Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host Lewis Carl, and we're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're watching for the first time, or if you're watching for the fifth, sixth, or seventh time and you don't subscribe to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network. Feel free to join our Facebook group, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. In addition, Shooting Up North merchandise is now available. If you go to our YouTube page, you check up on the banner. There's a link on there that'll say Shooting Up North merchandise. Click on that link. It'll take you to the What Maneuver merchandise page where you can go t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hoodies. The merchandise is there. If you look at it, it's up there on the banner of our channel. Just click on the link, the Shooting Up North merchandise link. Okay, so the New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors 29 tournament. The block competition is over. We have an A block winner and a B block winner, and they will meet on June 3rd. A block winner Hiromu Takahashi taking on the B block winner El Desperado. Should be a great match to determine the winner of the Best of the Super Juniors 29 tournament, and whoever wins that will go on to face Taiji Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Personally, I think it's going to be Hiromu Takahashi for the third year in a row. Takahashi and El Desperado actually met in 2020 with Takahashi defeating El Desperado, and I think it's going to happen again. I'm picking Hiromu Takahashi to defeat El Desperado on June 3rd in the A block versus B block finalist. But we might have a new. Sorry, just some messages came in. We might have a new challenger actually for Ace Austin. This morning, Ace Austin's last match was against Francesco Akira. I love Francesco Akira, super talent, former All Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion. It's his first New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors tournament. It was Ace Austin versus Francesco Akira. Francesco Akira defeated Ace Austin. It was by count out, but it was still a win nonetheless. Ace Austin, unfortunately, was at 5-1 at one point, lost 3 in a row, and finished the tournament 5-4 with 10 points. Hiromu Takahashi actually had 12 points, and Taiji Ishimori had 12 points as well. But Takahashi defeated Taiji Ishimori to go ahead to advance to the finals on June 3rd. But Francesco Akira defeating Ace Austin. Now, Francesco Akira wants an X Division title shot. He wants an X Division title shot. He signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's part of the United Empire. He was brought into the United Empire by Will Ospreay. Fantastic talent. He was actually my pick to win this tournament, but I was wrong. He finished with 8 points, 4 wins, 5 losses. But his last win, the last match in the tournament, he went 1-on-1, as I said, with Ace Austin, defeated Ace Austin by countout. And so he tweeted this out, actually. Francesco Akira tweeted this out. Actually, it was during an interview. And so he was quoted saying, Ace, I now have the right to challenge you for the X Division Championship. Call the boss of Impact, talking about Scott D'Amore, and tell him the next challenger for the X Division Championship will be Francesco Akira. So Francesco Akira, if you're not familiar with Francesco Akira, he's an absolutely fantastic talent. As I mentioned earlier, former All Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion. He took All Japan Pro Wrestling by storm. He's only 22 or 23 years old. Started wrestling, I think, when he was 17 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And he just has a world of talent. He's billed as the next Will Ospreay. Fantastic talent, and he killed it in the UK. He's becoming a star in Japan. His next step is to head to the States, North America, to become a worldwide superstar. I know many of you might not be familiar with him, but take my word for it, Francesco Akira. And if he came to Impact Wrestling, like I wanted Impact Wrestling to sign him. A number of months ago, when he left All Japan Pro Wrestling, I was like, Impact Wrestling should bring him in. But that hasn't happened. But now, he's with New Japan Pro Wrestling. But now he wants a shot at the X Division Championship. And he's not the only one. Actually, there's Hiromu Takahashi as well. Also, wants a shot at the X Division Championship. So it looks like the X Division title is a prestigious title all over the world, because you have Hiromu Takahashi, now Francesco Akira, both wanting shots at the X Division Championship. So here's what I think is going to happen. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to see Francesco Akira enter that Ultimate X match, Slammiversary. I'm picking Ace Austin to be victorious, to retain. And after that match is over, Hiromu Takahashi comes out and challenges Ace Austin to a one-on-one match for the X Division Championship at Slammiversary. Well, he'll challenge him at Slammiversary for a future show. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think this whole thing was a setup. Akira getting the win. Again, it was a countdown, but a win's a win. Actually, after the match was over, Francesco Akira grabbed the X Division title and was holding the X Division title, pointing to it, saying that's what he wants, before he gave the belt back to Ace Austin. So I think the whole thing is a setup for Francesco Akira to come on over to the States. And again, this is just me speculating. I think it could be a setup of him coming to the States, to Slammiversary, being a part of that Ultimate X match, where he would just absolutely kill it in that match. I'm thinking Francesco Akira one-on-one was against Speedball Mike Bailey would be just an absolutely magnificent match. Magnificent match. But right now he's got his sights set on the X Division Championship. So I think that's what's going to happen. And then when Ace Austin retains, and then Hiromu Takahashi comes out and challenges him to an X Division title match on a future show. So I can definitely see that happening at Slammiversary. I could definitely see that happening at Slammiversary. But then again, we got June 3rd coming up. June 3rd will be, as I mentioned, the A block winner, Hiromu Takahashi, taking on the B block winner, El Desperado, and the winner will be the winner of the Best of the Super Juniors 29. Also, on the show, we can very well see on June 3rd, we can very well see Ace Austin getting a send-off match against Francesco Akira, where he defends the X Division Championship in Japan, where he defeats Francesco Akira. That's another possibility as well. Now, most likely, if Ace Austin's even going to be on that show, most likely he'll be involved in the tag team match. Francesco Akira could be on one side, and Ace Austin could be on the other side of a tag team match, or a 6-man or an 8-man tag team match. That's a possibility as well. Or we could very well see Ace Austin defending the X Division title on June 3rd in a New Japan Pro Wrestling ring against Francesco Akira. That could definitely happen as well. But I got a feeling, deep down in the pit of my stomach, deep down in the pit of my stomach, that Francesco Akira is going to be part of the Ultimate X match. Because I know Francesco Akira wants to come over to the States, and I know Will Ospreay is here now. He could come over and join his United Empire members. I could definitely see it happen at Slammiversary. Like I said, I have a feeling deep down in the pit of my stomach, that Francesco Akira is going to be part of the Ultimate X match at Slammiversary, and then Ace Austin is victorious, and then Hiromu Takahashi comes out and challenges him for the X Division title in a match for a future date. I think that would be fantastic. I think that would be absolutely terrific if we were to get something like that. But here are the finals. Here are the final standings of the Best of the Super Juniors 29. So as I said, Hiromu Takahashi, 12 points. He was 6-3. Taiji Ishimori with 12 points, 6-3. But Takahashi defeated Taiji Ishimori, so he wins the tiebreaker there. Sho finished with 10 points. Ace Austin with 10 points. Both of them were 5-4. Yo was 4-5 with 8 points. Alex Zane finished with 8 points. Clark Connors, 8 points. Francesco Akira, 8 points. Yoshinobu Kanemaru, 8 points. They were 0-4-5. And Ryusuke Taguchi was in last place with 6 points. And in the B block, El Desperado, 12 points. El Fantasmo, 12 points. But Desperado defeated Fantasmo to to win the tiebreaker there. So Desperado, as I said, goes on. Robbie Eagles, Wheeler Utah, both 5-4 with 10 points. El Lindemann finished with 8 points. TJP, Titan, Bushi, Masawato, all with 8 points, all 4-5. And Dookie was in last place with 6 points, 3-6. So those are the final standings. And June 3rd, Desperado against Hiromu Takahashi. I think it's this Friday. That's going to be just an absolutely fantastic match. But I think Hiromu Takahashi is going to take it and go on to challenge Taiji Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. All right, so one more quick thing. One more quick thing before I wrap it up. Matt Cardona has confirmed that he has torn bicep. He tore the bicep in the match with Blake Christian. Apparently, Blake Christian went for a dive. Cardona tried to catch him, but he got his arm caught. And, he had an MRI this morning, and he announced on Twitter that he does, in fact, have a torn bicep, and he will be out for a while. He says he's going to have to cancel some dates. So I do wish Matt Cardona a very speedy recovery. And I hope you're back in the ring soon, because you're one of the best, Matt Cardona, in my opinion. You're having a great run right now, and I hope you're back in the ring very, very, very soon. So get well quick, Matt Cardona. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. For now, that's all I have. Watching the news, anything breaks, I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.